大家倒计时。5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Virtual ride.
What the hell? China, what I need? This is incredible. Holy shit.
Wow. So fucking crazy. OTT.
So my name is Valentin. I go by Virtual Riot. This is my VJ, Carmen. She goes by VJ New Riot. Thank you all for coming here today. I am curious to see what we're gonna do next. I think you're gonna ask us some questions or something.
Yes.
Also, this is so cool, and I'll show you some cool production stuff too.
Whoa. Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Bring
go.
these over here. You all coming to the festival later?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. We'll get there. We'll get to that part.
So
Like the shirt, it's
the
very
first,
similar.
so the first part we will do the interview.
Yeah.
The first question is, you have played many cities in China before, like Beijing, Shanghai. Which city is most impressed with?
So I played many cities. I did like Zhuhai, Wuhan, Guangzhou, Chongqing, Foshan, Ningbo, Kunming, Shenzhen, Beijing, Shanghai. Ooh, was someone at EDC Shanghai when we did Barely Alive back to back? Oh. That one was crazy. And also, one time I played Alxa Festival in the desert in like the north. That was mental with like Knife Party and Bear Grylls. That was so cool. I forgot the city that we were staying at, but it was like a 3-hour drive into the desert, and then it was like dirt bike racing, and that was crazy. It was like Chinese Burning Man, basically. So cool.
You are all the people in the EDM field. Besides the EDM, what kind of music you guys like most?
Do you want to start?
I like Billie Eilish.
Oh.
She's my favorite.
I grew up on like emo, screamo, and metal type stuff, like Alexis on Fire, Underoath, Funeral for a Friend, Artreyu, Emberlin, Underoath. I think I already mentioned those. Then Enter Shikari, like more emo, screamo, electronic, and then I actually really like to listen to some chill stuff too, like Fortet, and Burial, and Bonobo.
Is there any must-listen list you guys can?
Ooh, I could make you a Spotify playlist. And then it's all Taylor Swift.
Spam Taylor Swift.
Porter Robinson new song, like
Oh, dude!
Yeah.
New Porter Robinson is amazing. I love it.
and version all across the game sample. What's currently on your game list, and what's your favorite game?
Game? Like video games? Or? Yeah. So Overwatch is good. Overwatch is good, but so I still play Team Fortress 2 every once in a while. I made a song. I'm working on a song where I used some Dota 2 voice. Yeah. Oh, I played the new. Was it Baldur's Gate 3? Was it really good? Sick. Actually, my video game right now is just Ableton. All day.
Yes.
Have you guys played the game It Takes Two?
That's such a good game.
That was my favorite because the animation and the different art style that it goes through, it's so fun. So that's my favorite, but yeah, of all time.
And we just talking about the Ableton, and we saw your best friend net she. Sorry. I'm so nervous.
It's okay. It's okay. You got this.
Phoebe suffered by Ableton Live, and we heard you relearned the FL Studio for the collab with him. How's it going?
So I do have FL Studio installed as well, and I sometimes use it a little bit. I really think that Harmor in FL Studio and vocodics are like really good, which is why I sometimes make sound design in FL with Harmor and then export, put into Ableton, and then make the song on Ableton. So like a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Also, I want to learn Bitwig as well because Bitwig's pretty cool. Yeah.
Bitwig.
所以狗哥做事启动。OTT。
And
Of course.
performing with your VJ has become your signature part of your show. And how did this collaboration come about?
Well, we've been talking about doing it for a really long time because we wanted to bring a lot more attention to the visual side of things because a lot of people don't know that VJs exist and whatnot. So we wanted to really bring more attention to that, and we decided about 1 year ago to finally do it, and we had so much fun. And yeah.
Also, I'm less nervous with you on stage there too, so it's nice to have someone else on stage. Plus, if I need to skip any songs because of time or something, then I can just lean over and be like, "Hey, we're skipping the next 3 songs," and then she'll know what to do with the visuals. Like before that, if she was in front of house, on the other side of the stage, I had to text her on my phone and be like, "Oh." So this is way better. This works. It's a lot smoother, and it's a lot fun to just be up there and dance together instead of just be it by myself.
We have coordinated dance moves and things that we do during the show.
You'll see it tonight.
Yes, you'll see.
And we all know the Helsing is your favorite anime, but is there any other anime you had watched recently?
Ooh, Made in Abyss was one of the recent ones I watched. It's very dark. I really still love Full Metal Alchemist. That was a classic. Death Note, classic. There's a bunch of Psycho Pass is really good. And I recently finally watched Akira, the movie. I had never seen it before. So sick. The art style, every image is like a painting. It's so beautiful. If you haven't seen Akira, watch Akira.
One punch.
You got this.
Yeah.
What's the significant challenge you had encountered in the process, and how do you overcome it?
You mean trouble, writer's block or something? Or?
Yeah.
So I now also teach Ableton in USA at a music school there, and my students often tell me what to do when they have writer's block and when they don't know what to do. And if I don't know what song I want to make today, I just sit and make sounds. I make some drums, I record some stuff, I make some bass noises, and I just save them in the folder. Just lots of fun little weird noises and fills. And then next day, if I have an idea for a song, I don't need to suddenly spend hours making a sound for a certain fill. I can just go to the files I made yesterday. So whenever I don't feel like writing a whole song, just make some stuff for your own little library, and it'll keep growing, and then that just makes your workflow so much faster.
The same question for Kermit, because we are all the EDM listener, and we don't know what the VJ use the software.
Yeah, so when it comes to doing the animation, I think it's a very similar thing. It's when you have a block, I typically just go out and I'll take a camera and just start filming things in my environment, or start playing around with making different things that I'm like, oh, I want to just make this ball bounce up and down, or change the way that this looks, and eventually you can fall into a good idea with that. Another thing is if you're looking for an idea for a song, what I'll typically do is I'll listen to the song and I try to kind of be vulnerable with okay, this song means this to me in this way, or I think of this memory, and I try to put that into the visual so that other people can connect with it when they see that, and they see their relationship in that visual, or they see their emotions in that. So yeah,
Yeah. The next question is: there any new term or the ID you can disclose?
I can show some later. Yeah.
All the secrets.
We'll get there. We'll get there. It's like later in the program, but I'll show you.
As a famous-based producer, and could you share the few sound design secrets with us?
Will I share a few sound design? Yeah, that's what we're doing that later, right? Like I'll show some stuff on my laptop and I'll like show some cool tricks how to make basses and shit. So
Stay tuned.
yeah, we'll
一
get
会
there.
儿VAR 的那个工程展示里边会有大家非常感兴趣的那些问题，然后一定不要先走，一定不要先走，一会儿还有很多的互动的环节。
What did he say?
I don't know.
I say you guys are amazing.
Absolutely.
Effect and Simplifier, they had a turn at the Shanghai and Guangzhou and Chengdu, and we teach them the word that 牛逼. That's a super cool.
Super dope. That's sick.
It's like the Japanese yabai.
That's so sick.
I see. Or in German, großartig.
Your melodic song has give us the emotional shock. And are you thinking of releasing more melodic song in the future?
Yes, both melodic, both heavy. I feel like I'm finding a way to do both, and yeah, we'll see. I'm in the process of writing a new album right now, and I'm learning a lot as I'm writing it, and the more I work on it, the more it kind of like develops itself into, okay, this is like, maybe this is a heavier record, and then this is a more melodic record, and then some songs go there, some songs go there, and then I don't know how it's going to turn out in the end yet, but I'll show you some stuff I'm working on.
So how to balance the both, the melody and your sound design? How to balance?
Like how to make both? It's not easy. I feel like Skrillex, for example, is really good at mixing heavy and melodic stuff, where it's like it's really fun to dance to at a show, but also you can listen to it at home. Where like a lot of, if it's like super heavy tear out dubstep, I feel like you can listen to it if you're in the gym and if you work out, but it's not something I would want to have like on at home 24/7 playing in the back. But Skrillex music is like, it's super sick live, but you still can also just listen to it at home. And finding this balance is not easy, but I'm still learning that as well. But maybe we'll work together a little more in the future. We'll see where that goes.
Let's talk about the sparking the creativity. Your song is amazing, and famous visual is also the beautiful. Wow, 真牛逼! And how do you guys find and play your inspiration? 应该怎么说?
How do we find our inspiration? I've also told this to my students in the class that I teach, where a lot of times I'll just sit down and like start maybe with playing piano, and then however I'm feeling right now is like gonna express itself in what type of music I'm gonna make. Maybe if I if I'm having a sad day, I'll play some sad chords and melodies, and then that sort of goes into a song, and I'll be like, okay, I want to make a song that makes the listener feel what I'm feeling right now. And then that's sort of where a lot of the inspiration comes from. And the other side is just listening to a lot of music that's out there from other people and like getting inspired by what they're doing, but then thinking, okay, that's cool, but if I did that, how would I do it? And then like put your own twist on it, sort of. But I'm gonna pass this forward to Carmen, because in the visual field, it's probably way different.
Yeah, I mean, it can be similar, but with like visuals, for example, you guys know the song "This Could Be Us," right? Yeah. Okay. So like with that song, for example, like I listened to the song over and over again, and I thought about like, okay, this song is talking about the dream of kind of developing a close relationship with someone, and the dreams that you have of maybe getting married or traveling or doing all those things together. So I created these two little cats that are on this journey of like love together. And then along love, there's also a really difficult part where things are hard, right? So then they fall down and the cats are flying, they're falling and...
Thunderclouds.
Yeah, there's thunderclouds and it's scary. And then all of a sudden they figure out they have a parachute, and the parachute brings them to safety, which is kind of like when you're in a tough time in a relationship and you work through that and then you become stronger. So really just taking the song and putting something emotional and creating a story for that is typically how I go about doing the visual aspect of it. And I try to, or I'll take elements and say, this song puts me in this mindset, or I think this is I want to put this song in space and time, so that I come up with visuals that are like specific for that type of theme. And then, yeah.
I feel like storytelling in general is really important in most areas of art.
And like,
so.
he may think of one thing when he's writing that song, and I'll take it and change it to a different thing. But like the combination of the two together creates a really beautiful story. I think that can connect, like that people can really connect with, which I think is cool. So yeah.
Solid.
The next is your album always follow a concept design, and can you disclose the concept of your next big release?
Ooh. So there is a concept behind it. I have a title idea, but I don't know if I want to say it yet. The idea is though, so when I started making like my tutorials and putting out sample packs and preset packs, a lot of other producers at the start were like a little bit angry because it was like giving away too much, sort of like they were all like, oh, now everyone can like make dubstep that sounds like that, and they were like a little bit upset by that, where I felt like it's just empowering to give people like how to do this. That's why I make all these tutorials, like teaching people how to make exactly those type of sounds that Skrillex and everybody else does, because I think it's bad to gatekeep this knowledge. So I was thinking of kind of like, how Prometheus stole the fire from the gods to bring it to the humans on Earth. That's sort of like the image of spreading knowledge that's not just reserved for like some higher people, but like brought to everyone. And if you steal fire, you just make more fire. It's not a bad thing to steal fire. Ooh. So that's like the concept idea, and we'll see where that goes.
Thank you. And your vlog and at the EDC with we love your vlog, and any interesting behind the scenes story can you share with us?
One more time. No, it's totally fine.
It's your vlog. Your vlog is there. Vlog. Anything interesting behind the scenes? Could you produce the video at YouTube?
Oh, the videos from the shows, like the reels,
clips.
Okay. The Instagram reels and the behind the scenes videos that are like that we post, or she edits all of those together, and then I just make the sound.
Wow!
So she films and edits it in Premiere and everything, and then she like decides what comes in.
can you tell us about?
Yeah, just kind of, I think a lot of people don't know what we get to do on a day-to-day basis, and they probably have one idea of what it's like. So it's just really just showing you little bits of what it's like behind the scenes and what it's like to be on tour and
what it's like with no sleep.
Yeah, no sleep and never be home. No, but also we have a lot of fun experiences, and I think it's like fun to share those with everybody. So.
We saw you and your friends and made the short video talking about. Here's a sharp question. Talking about the AI music that. Yeah. There's a lot of debate about the AI. Some people say maybe AI can replace human creativity. What do you guys think they think?
So I saw a video from a keyboarder. His name is Jordan Rudess. He plays keyboards for the band Dream Theater. I used to grow up with their music. He's an incredible keyboard player, and he's pretty old. So he was around when MIDI and like DAWs first came out, and it's kind of, he feels with AI, he feels the same way. It's like making him able to do something he couldn't do before, but he's just feels excitement about it and like wants to like use that in his creative process and just like make better music that way. I personally I don't think AI is gonna like replace us musically. I'm pretty happy with like the things that are happening, and I think that you know those videos where like on Instagram or something someone films how they make like a little beat, like they walk around the room with a microphone and like sample some things, and they go to their laptop, edit it together, make like a cool little beat. I feel like these types of videos where you show the process of how you made something are going to become more and more important or viral, because people want to see how is it made, and also that it wasn't AI, that you like made it yourself. So I feel like it puts a little more value on that too. So I'm pretty optimistic.
From like a visual side of things, I think AI can definitely be used as like a really good tool. For example, it could take me a week to do an animation where I make a character walk, and I know how to make a character walk. I've done it just time and time and time again. It's not interesting, it's not impressive, but what's impressive is typically the end product that is a lot more of the creativity that goes into that visual. So I think like AI has a role in like maybe taking away some of the tasks that aren't fun, you know, and like having the modeling and the, you know, things that maybe like hold you back from being able to do as much creatively. So I think it can be really good, and I think that yes, it's scary when you see something, you know, replace your job in some way, right? Like it can, you see like, oh, it did what takes me a week, and now I would not get paid the same because of that, and I think that can be scary, but I think it's going to happen, and so we have to just embrace it and change with it, and I think that's like a really important life skill as well, to like just change with the change of the world, because it's going to happen. So yeah, can't stop it.
I think the AI may be the preserved junk.
So I'm going to show you something later as well, where I've been experimenting more with, instead of using AI, using like generative synthesis and like chance-based stuff. I'll show it to you, because it's like, I think the perfect middle ground is somewhere in the middle. Some company had me try out like an AI melody and chord writing software.
It was terrible.
It's not good. And I think if you combined that with like a set of rules, like from a musical standpoint, the output of it could be like way more useful. So I've been just developing my own little thing, just using Ableton stock devices to make like a chord generator, melody generator, or bass sound generator. It sounds really cool. I'll show you later.
There's no AI can produce the song like 100 gigs and this correct. Because their song has the unexpected arrangement. What do you think of this kind of music? Have you any plan to make it in your future?
Like that type of music?
Hyperpop.
Oh yeah, I was thinking for the next album I wanted to hit up April underscores because I really love her shit. I did like 2 remixes for her, the Everybody's Dead remix and Favorite Sidekick. I love that stuff. There's also, so 100 Gex is Dylan Brady and Laura Les, right? Like the 2. We'll see where we get with this, but there is a plan to maybe work with him and Skrillex to make a VST plugin. So we'll see.
We're talking too much, Skrillex. So,
Sorry.
tell us about your first meeting with him.
That was in, it's really funny actually. So that was in Los Angeles. He texted me on Twitter and gave me his phone number. So we texted and then like he invited me over, he sent me an address. I took an Uber there and my friend I was living with in Los Angeles, he took an Uber right behind me to follow me to give me a deodorant bottle before I went. Because he was like, no, you need to smell good. You need to smell good. He like just drove the entire way in a separate Uber.
So I do the deodorant on the morning because
I was too nervous. I was just like, I gotta go now. And he's like, no, you stink. I'll bring you some deodorant. You stink.
I also have a really fun story of the first time I met Sunny, if you want to hear it.
Yeah.
We were at EDC Mexico, and Val brought me over to hang out with Sunny and a bunch of other friends. And I was trying to be cool, so I'm like, I'm gonna sit on my laptop and just, ignore, like, try not to make too much noise, whatnot. And he comes over and he says, I saw one of your videos on Instagram. And I was like, what? You saw my video? Like, my reel? And he goes, yeah, and I wanted to tell you, I have an opinion about it. And I was like, oh my gosh. And it was a video of me and Val doing the VJing on stage. So I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna hate it. He thinks it's stupid. And what he told me, he goes, never explain your art. What you're doing is changing the music industry, and told me that, and it was like crazy. So he told me like, just don't let anybody ever tell you that what you're doing is dumb. And it was really sweet.
No, he's a sweetheart.
you had a lot of collab with Sony. Can you tell us the process of making the song like Pay Bye and the Moonlight?
It's very different every time. Like we've worked together on some pop stuff, for example, like Justin Bieber, like this piano track where like we wrote the piano part and I played it. There are like 2 or 3 other IDs besides Payback that we have in different stages of development, and it's really fun working with him. He's incredibly fast in Ableton. Like it's just really cool watching him work because I feel like he has a lot of intuition in just what sounds good. Like he does not think a lot about what scale am I in, or what key am I in, or is this minor chord next. He just goes by which is the next note that brings me the most emotion or the most dopamine as I listen to it, and then he just really quickly writes really cool melodies or makes some cool sounds on the fly, and is incredibly inspiring. I'm just marveling at the real-time translations here. Is this working?
Yeah. It's working. You say something and
this is. Oh, is someone typing that? Okay.
Translator.
Okay.
Translator.
I was just wondering.
AI.
Yeah, AI.
What?
So from the simulation and its DLC, you bring us more and more music. Which songs stand out of your favorite and why?
On the album or remix?
Simulation
and DLC. It's hard. There's a lot of fun stuff on there. So in general, I liked making Dreaming with Danica and Nadio, and then Basics remix of it was really cool. So I thought that was just really sweet. Yeah, Dreaming was one of the songs with like the most emotion in it from my point of view, and then Neon Angel making that with Electric and Leah Culver. The original was already fun, and then making the remix just again with Vincent. Vincent is Electric, so he's a really close friend of mine. I've known him for longer than like for 10, 12 years, I think. Like I've known him before I even came to the US, and I just love working with him, and I love how the remix turned out. And then the Forgotten remix of Exile was actually pretty cool. I really liked it, it has a good vibe. And of course the Lumpasketty remix of Simulation. This is very fun.
And I will say Chinese. So we
Wait a moment. Okay.
Okay.
马上要到第二个环节，就是 VR 给大家展示工程，然后就是讲一些制作技巧的那个环节。然后现在要准备一下，然后一会儿就换屏幕了。And it's our next part. It's a show you project for the fans.
Okay. All right.
Make some fucking noise, okay?
Let me see.